do 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 do.
Hi folks, it's me, the computer voice lady. Yeah, Greg really did not have much time to do an intro for you this week as we resume our look at Deadpool and Wolverine, so I have to play the watcher for this week. So let me ask, what happens when you have Ryan Reynolds produce a game show with the star of that one Ben Stiller show on Apple TV+? Well, I don't know what to think. Wait, what is that? That is the name of the show. It's called Don't. Well, that's not a good name for a show. Whatever, let's go to the gang as they review Don't.
An anthology about the bad, the short-lived, and the forgotten shows and events in television history. This is It Was a Thing on TV.
Punisher! Control! Help me before I change my mind!
I give you Super Train.
Episode 482, submission number 2543, Don't. Don't aired on the ABC television network from June 11th to August 13th, 2020, for a total of 8 episodes, one half of a crock block. I cannot find the opening sequence, so in lieu of that, here's me doing Ryan Reynolds. All of our lives, people have been telling us, don't. Don't curse. Don't play in traffic. Don't eat gas station sushi. Isn't it time that people get rewarded not for what they do, but what they don't do? Such is the title for Don't, a stunt show for people who hate stunt shows. Ryan Reynolds pretty much pulled this format out of nowhere, and ABC bought it in the summer of 2019 to air the next year, because the next summer being what it is, we need content. Here's basically his elevator pitch. And this is a quote from Ryan himself. All my life, the word don't has tortured me. From don't curse to don't play ball in the house to don't eat the crab salad you left in the sun for 3 days. I cannot wait for my personal trauma to become the next great ABC family show. Ryan teamed up with his partner at Maximum Effort, George Dewey, and the fine folks at Banijay Studios, namely David Goldberg and Carolyn Bumgard, to bring his vision to the screen. And the vision is giving family teams a chance to win life-changing amounts of money simply by following one rule. Don't. So here's how it works. In each episode, one family of 4 will have a chance to win a cash prize. They'll have a set amount of time to succeed in 4 or 5 tasks to win part of the cash prize. Whatever they win, they keep. If they fail the challenge, they don't earn any money, and one of them will be eliminated from the game. Family members can be eliminated until only one remains. The last standing relative must complete the rest of the challenges on the road to win money for the family. And at the end of the final Don't challenge, the money they have been able to earn, if any, is theirs to keep. That was the pilot. Ultimately, the rules were amended to allow all 4 family members to compete. However, there have been additional wrinkles. We'll talk about them momentarily, but we have to talk about the 2 principals, the host and the announcer. The host is Adam Scott, who you would remember for his role in Parks and Recreation, among others. And he also appeared as Derek Huff in the film Step Brothers. Bit of a snarky, wise-ass sort of vibe there. And in the role of the Don't Master, who is basically the announcer and the ongoing narrator in full snarky mode, would be Ryan Reynolds doing his Deadpool. That is, breaking the fourth wall, narrating, commentating on everything that Adam has not commentated on. So now that you know the particulars, here's the format of each episode. 4 people are invited to participate in 5 rounds, each worth up to $20,000, with an additional $20,000 available via the use of a special mulligan called the Don't Push button, and $5,000 available from a side challenge called the Don't You Dare. Each game is basically something that you're being asked to don't do. If you do it all correctly, you can win $125,000. The games are Don't Be Shocked. The team faces an electric shock when answering true or false questions. The correct answer will earn the team $2,000. Otherwise, the player will be shocked. Then the other players will step up and answer the question. 4 shocks end the game. Don't beat yourself up. One player on the team stands in front of a device with 2 gigantic boxing gloves, while the other stands on the other side and answers a series of questions with 2 possible answers, A or B. Once an answer is chosen, the answer is locked by pulling the lever of their choice. If the answer is correct, the team wins $4,000. If the answer is incorrect, the receiver will be punched in the face and no money is awarded. 3 strikes and you're out. Don't blink. The team starts the round with a bank of $20,000 and tasked not to blink their eyes for 1 minute. For each time a member of the team blinks, $500 is deducted from the bank. At the end of the time, however much money remains in the bank is theirs to keep. Don't budge. One member of the team stands behind a clear plexiglass shield while wearing a helmet with several pins on it. Above the player will be 3 balloons that they must try to avoid popping while the host fires items from a slingshot. If they stand still and avoid popping any of the balloons, the team banks $4,000 for each item, with a maximum of $20,000 for surviving all 5 rounds. Any balloons popped awards no money, and the game ends if all 3 are popped. Don't drink. One member of the participating team must walk on a slow-moving treadmill with a heat lamp pointed at them. While walking, they must eat 5 peppers from least spiciest to most spiciest according to the Scoville scale. If the player refuses all 5 drinks after eating all 5 peppers, the team wins the maximum $20,000. If a contestant takes a drink, no money is earned for the round. Don't embarrass yourself. One member is suspended in the air wearing a pair of oversized pants while positioned over a pool of water. While the other 3 members answer multiple choice trivial questions, $5,000 per. One button from the pants will pop off and is removed for an incorrect answer. If at any time the team gives 3 wrong answers, the game is over and the player in the air is dropped into the pool below, basically wetting their pants. Don't get clocked. 2 players sit in bins underneath hammers on a gigantic clock with a rotating face, while the other 2 are asked a series of questions for which the answer is a number on the clock. For each answer, one of the players in the bins must reach up and attempt to grab the number representative of the answer while avoiding being hit by the hammers. If the player succeeds in grabbing the number or knocks it off of the clock face, they receive $1,500 for the team. If they get hit by the hammer and knocked down, they're out. The game ends when the team gets all 12 numbers off the clock and earns the maximum $20,000. Don't get tired. One team member will be tasked to stand below a 4-lane ramp where giant tires are placed at the top. Each lane is labeled A, B, C, and D. The 3 other team members are asked a question with 4 choices, 1 for each lane, and only 1 correct answer. So this is basically the quiz with balls, only it's played with giant tires. If the responder is in the correct lane, the tires will miss them and the team earns $5,000. If they're in the wrong lane, they'll be run over by the tire and nobody is earned. Don't leave me hanging. In this game, 2 team members will be suspended in the air at a great height, and the 2 members are placed in the opposite direction. The 2 team members will try their hardest to not let go for a minute. For each 15 seconds that they are still hanging, they win $5,000. If 1 team member lets go, the game ends and no money is earned. Don't look back. In this game, each member of the team will stand at the bottom of a ramp with their legs bound together at the ankles. The objective being to hop down the lane and break a series of ribbons with values starting at 1,000 and increasing in increments of 1,000, going all the way up to 5,000, while avoid being mowed down by a giant red ball sent down a ramp. The last barrier broken before the player is hit by the ball is awarded to the team, meaning that if all 4 players can break the $5,000 line, they earn $20,000. Don't lose your grip. In this game, the team has 10 seconds to win a game of tug of war by pulling a strong man off of his pedestal. If only 1 member of the team can succeed in the task, they win $20,000. But for each member of the team added to the task, the prize drops by $5,000. Don't make me turn this car around. In this game, the team will run an obstacle course that will test their teamwork, coordination, and timing to get through it while wearing a costume meant to resemble a minivan. If the team can successfully complete the course within 60 seconds, they earn $20,000. But if they take more than 60 seconds to complete the course, $1,000 is deducted for every 10 seconds that it takes them. Don't miss. The team must shoot several basketballs into a basketball hoop, but there's a catch. You have to tackle an obstacle course that involves a spinning wheel and a treadmill. For 20 seconds, the team must quickly get past the obstacles and shoot the basketballs into the hoop. Each ball that gets into the hoop is worth $1,000. If a team member misses the hoop, no money is added. Don't miss a beat. 1 player will be dancing on a turntable while the other players guess the dance move the player is dancing to. Each correct answer is worth $2,000, with a maximum of $20,000 on the line. Don't play ball in the house. 2 players from the team play this game, one suspended upside down from a harness and swinging back and forth in front of a house setup. The other player pitches balls to the suspended player while on a spinning platform, which the hanging player must catch in their mitts. For each ball they catch, they get $1,000 with a maximum of $20,000. If the other player misses and or breaks something, no money is earned. Don't play with matches. In this game, 1 player will fire fireballs from a slingshot and 6 fires that must be extinguished within 2 minutes in order to win. The trick is that the player must fire past 3 oversized matches that are defending the area. Each successful fire extinguished is worth $3,000. Taking down all 6 will win $20,000. Don't stop. The team faces 4 ramps with a stop sign at the top of each. Team chooses 1 player to be the runner and is asked a trivia question with multiple choices and only 1 correct answer. Upon choosing the answer, the runner runs up the ramp at the sign with the purpose of crashing through it safely. If it's correct, they'll run through it and win $5,000. If they're wrong, they will hit a wall and lose any money. By the way, that's $5,000 for the first 2 questions and $10,000 for the 3rd and final question. Don't talk to strangers.
Oh, I didn't know Rick Springfield was part of this show.
In this game, 1 player is blindfolded while the 3 other team members are put next to each other by a lookalike. $5,000 is awarded if the blinded member can correctly guess the family member. 20,000 is awarded if the blinded member can correctly guess all three. And finally, don't use foul language. That is FOWL. The contestants, in an order determined by the team, are shown a picture of a celebrity. The contestant must determine the name of the celebrity and if there is a bird in the name of the celebrity. If the contestant believes that there is the name of a bird in the name of the celebrity, they must touch the fake bird egg and say the name of the celebrity. If they do not believe there is a bird name in the name of the celebrity, they must state the celebrity's name without touching the egg. If the contestant is correct and there is a bird name in the name of the celebrity, the team wins $2,500. If the contestant is correct and there is no bird name in the celebrity, the team wins $1,000. So if you were shown a picture of Larry Bird, you would have to identify Larry Bird while touching the egg. So you can see why I say this is the stunt show for people who hate stunt shows. There are a couple of twists. Beginning with the second game, the team can decide to press the don't push button before any of the following games. If they push the button and the game is played perfectly, the $20,000 is doubled to $40,000. However, if they push the button and do not perform perfectly, whatever the team wins from the game is halved. And then at some point in the show, this is the second little wrinkle, there's a side challenge called the Don't You Dare. It can be played by the remaining team members, or it can increase the difficulty level of a game. If you complete the Don't You Dare, you will earn an additional $5,000, regardless of the result of the main game. Each episode has at least one Don't You Dare, which I will go over as I go over the episodes. Episode 1, Don't Be a Wise Guy. The Riley family of court reporter Lisa, her husband David, her sister-in-law Jamie, and her husband Giuseppe all come from Brooklyn. They do their best to master the challenges don't get tired, don't blink, don't use foul language, and don't get clocked. In this episode, the Don't You Dare was presented during Don't Drink. The remaining 3 team members were offered a chip with wasabi on it to eat. All 3 members ate the chip and wasabi, and the team received $5,000. Ultimately, they walked away with $94,000. Episode 2, Don't Move In with Your Parents. A blended family from Los Angeles show off their upside-down baseball catching, tug-of-war rope pulling, slingshot fire extinguishing skills in various challenges. The Kaufmans, Daniel, a stepdad, Nicole, the stepmom, the stepson Tucker, and the daughter Cody play Don't Play Ball in the House, Don't Play with Matches, Don't Budge, Don't Lose Your Grip, and Don't Stop. The Don't You Dare was presented during Don't Play with Matches by adding a 4th match onto the playing field, making the objective more difficult. Team accepted the dare, and $5,000 was added to the total, which ended up at $73,500. Episode 3, Don't Parent Trap on National TV. Brothers from Atlanta bring their divorced parents together again and attempt to win $100,000 by competing in challenges including Don't Make Me Turn This Car Around, Don't Play Ball in the House, Don't Beat Yourself Up, and Don't Be Shocked. The McIntoshes consisted of Javier and Jabriel, their brothers, and their parents, Angela and Eric. Their Don't You Dare was presented during Don't Be Shocked by doubling the voltage. They accepted the dare and they won $5,000. Ultimately, they ended up with $65,600. Episode 4, Don't Go Chasing Cedar Rapids. From Cedar Rapids, Iowa, sisters Dahlia, Latifa, Amal, and Sabrine compete in a series of challenges. Don't Leave Me Hanging, Don't Miss, Don't Lose Your Grip, Don't Drink, and Don't Get Tired in an attempt to win $100,000. In this episode, the Don't You Dare was presented during Don't Drink, where the remaining team members were offered a jalapeno with hot dog buns on it. All three members ate the jalapeno, and they got the $5,000. Ultimately, they ended up winning $75,000. Episode 5, Don't Hit Your Sister. Nathan, Zach, Michaela, and Cody Ellison compete in a series of challenges. Their challenges were don't miss a beat, don't talk to strangers, don't stop, don't play ball in the house, and don't beat yourself up. They didn't have a Don't You Dare, or at least they had a Don't You Dare, and it was not accepted. It's the sort of thing that is edited out of the show in post-production. They ended up winning $55,000. Episode 6, Don't Meet Your Heroes. An Army vet, her retired Army Special Operations husband, and his wacky baby sister and hydromechanic cousin from Washington State attempt to conquer challenges including don't miss, don't embarrass yourself, and don't beat yourself up. The players are the Long family. There's Fallon, the Army vet, her husband Mitch, their baby sister Shalom, and their cousin Monty. They played Don't Miss, Don't Embarrass Yourself, Don't Beat Yourself Up, Don't Blink, and Don't Get Tired. Their Don't You Dare was presented during Don't Blink. One member tried not to blink for an additional 10 seconds while a strobing light was shined in their eyes. Completion of the challenge awarded the team $5,000, but if the player blinked even once, the money was lost. He made it through the 10 seconds. They ended up winning $60,000. Episode 7, Don't Try This at Home. Competitors try their hardest to win $100,000 by completing a series of challenges, including Don't Get Clocked, Don't Budge, Don't Miss a Beat, Don't Use Foul Language, and Don't Be Shocked. Our contestants this week are the Johns of Mapleton, Georgia, Tamra, the middle sister and a nursing student, Jeannie, the sister and an account executive, Naside, a baby sister, and Melissa, an opera singer. Their Don't You Dare was presented during Don't Miss a Beat. The turntable increased by 50%, and the players accepted, and they won the $50,000. They won $56,000. And the final episode, Don't Quit Your Day Job. Competitors try their hardest to win $100,000 by competing in a series of challenges, including Don't Embarrass Yourself, Don't Make Me Turn This Car Around, Don't Play with Matches, Don't Drink, and Don't Look Back. Our family this time is the Williams family. Graham, an entrepreneur, his brother Nathan, his sister Layla, and Layla's brother Reagan. They end up winning $99,000, which I guess is as close as you can get without totally owning it. Their Don't You Dare was presented during Don't Play with Matches by adding a fourth match. Team accepted, and they got $5,000. So the show began with respectable numbers. It had 4.18 million viewers, which is pretty good for a summer show in 2020. But then, as the summer went down, so did the ratings. It went down steadily. It went down to 3.36 million in episode 2, 3.42, 3.24, 2.62. By the time the last episode aired on August 13th, they were basically getting half of the audience of the premiere episode. Well, any TV show is expected to lose viewers, but to lose half in the course of a season frankly astounds me. And this is a show that had a plum spot between Holy Moly and To Tell the Truth. And the thing of it is, do you know what it was up against in broadcast? Reruns of CBS comedies and Labor of Love, which was basically The Bachelor for people who want a baby like right now.
That's weird.
It was on Fox, Greg. What do you expect?
Well, that figures.
The show plummeted itself after the first episode, and in April of 2021, ABC, while plotting its summer of 2021 schedule, decided that Don't would not for season 2.
Oh, what a shocker.
Some numbers from TV Line: a solid first summer debut, about 4 million viewers. The show itself averaged 3 million weekly viewers and nearly a 0.6 demo rating in live plus same day numbers. Among the game shows ABC aired last TV season, it ranked number 4 in the demo, ahead of only To Tell the Truth and Match Game, but in terms of total audience, it ranked last. That summer, ABC decided to go for more $100,000 Pyramid, Celebrity Family Feud, To Tell the Truth, Press Your Luck, Card Sharks, Holy Moly, and The Chase, as well as new entries, The Hustler, and The Celebrity Dating Game.
I heard my name called.
Oh, what's up, Whammy?
So you said those 3 words which are waking me out of my sleep.
Celebrity Dating Game? I know, it's Press Your Luck. I know. Hey.
No, you're actually right the first time. It was Celebrity Dating Game. You wouldn't believe who I was going to have a date with.
You know what? Wow me.
Okay, asshole, now you got to think of a celebrity. Okay, to make it real scandalous, how about you say this? I can't say that! See what Chico says. Maybe he'll believe it. Maybe it could, stir up some controversy or something, get publicity for the show. It's coming back, next week? Something like that. Okay. So believe it or not, when I was on the Celebrity Dating Game, I was going to go on a date with, I could get fired for this, you know that. Do it. Elizabeth Banks. That is the correct response.
You know something? I could totally see it.
Isn't she married?
Yes, she is married.
Very much so.
There's a controversy. A married woman going out with a single preacher.
Single? Where's Tammy?
She's my side piece. If you know anything about whammies, you know we can't commit to anything. That's why I've been seeing Tammy for 41 years. So as you're saying about the ABC shows back in 2020.
All of these shows that were put on the slate for 2021 would be 2022 except for The Hustler and The Celebrity Dating Game.
Well, damn it, I should have been on then. We would have been renewed. 6 seasons in a movie. Just go to your room.
Not many people know this, but this year, 2024, Press Your Luck will achieve 6 seasons and a movie.
Okay, wait a second. Clarification. Yes, about the 6 seasons, but not really a movie about this version. Not about me.
No.
About my father and that pain in the butt ice cream guy from Southern Ohio who lost his money in some dollar bill scam. Oh, sorry, spoilers. But yeah, go see that movie whenever it comes out. I get residuals.
Hey, Whammy, I hope you meet Paul Walter Hauser during the making of the movie.
Sadly, I did not.
Oh. I wanted to hear stories about the time he was on It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
What episode was he on, Greg?
He was the Juggalo fan in that episode.
I almost broke kayfabe there. The Juggalo episode?
Yes, he was in the Juggalo episode.
It's not quite the Christmas episode where Charlie and Mac talk about how Von Hayes could be their father. Okay, that's enough filler for this episode, Whammy.
Yeah.
Go.
Yeah. Couple facts about this show. It was actually redone twice around the world. According to Truth by Consensus Wikipedia, it was picked up in Mexico under the title Don't No Lo Hagas and ran for 3 weeks.
Don't get renewed.
But on the other hand, It ran for 97 episodes in the Philippines under the title Bawal na Game Show, or The Forbidden Game Show.
Don't get canceled.
Aside from that, there's no lasting legacy of this show. There was no merchandise available. There was no repeats anywhere. There was no home game released. And Adam Scott and Ryan Reynolds were content to just let this show go and move on to the next thing. The show did air on Hulu one day after its initial run, but it has since been removed. I don't even think it's on the Maximum Effort channel, which would be weird because, hey, doesn't Ryan own the rights to that sort of thing?
Oh, it's definitely not on the Maximum Effort channel.
That's pretty much it for Don't. I mean, it was good for what it was, which was a stunt show and a vehicle for both Adam Scott and Ryan Reynolds. But aside from that, it was just another stunt show. And at the end of that summer, Don't became just a thing on TV. From game shows that didn't have a lasting legacy to one that has a lasting legacy, even if it didn't mean to. Hit the music.
It's time for This Weekend Match Game. Hollywood Squares. Our History.
What do you mean it didn't mean to have a lasting legacy?
Did the match game Hollywood Squares Hour mean to have a lasting legacy?
Yes!
Or was it just something that they needed to get on the air until Santa Barbara premiered?
It meant to have a lasting legacy.
You know what? You're right.
Let's look at it. You're taking two of the greatest shows in the history of television in Hollywood Squares and Match Game, and you are smashing them together. How could you not like that? Plus you had that giant light board. Plus you had Leonard Fry and Nidra Voles on like half the time. How could that not be like creating a legacy of some sort? And I hear you laughing. Stop.
I was laughing at Leonard Fry. I don't know what you're talking about.
But still, was it meant to have a long-lasting legacy? Maybe not. But when I look back, when I was 8, 9 years old, good heavens, that was the greatest thing on television at the time. Oh, you really want to talk about what happened 40 years ago this week? Okay. We are now 3 weeks away from the end of the show. I hear some of you at home cheering. So this week we had Mindy Cohn, Tom Poston. Oh, whoa, I was on another week? Oh, no. Fred Travelina. Speaking of Nidra Voles, America's Sweetheart appeared on Match Game Hollywood Squares for the last time this week. Nidra Voles.
Good. I'm glad that this is the last week we get to see her.
Kate McGeehan. America's Ass. Tom Ballard. Jane Kennedy. And Terrence Knox from St. Elsewhere. So, in terms of big wins this week, we had a whole bunch of them. Now, we are missing one episode from this week, but I think we can suss out how much was won in the head-to-head match that episode. So, there was no win on Monday. On Tuesday, the contestant won $3,300. So, I'm thinking she probably won $800 in the front game, which means she had to have gotten $2,500 in the head-to-head round. So that's 250 times 10. I mean, it's possible it could be 100 times 20, but she'd have to win 1,300 in the main game. And that only happened, I want to say, like 4 or 5 times. Maybe not even that many, but it was a very rare thing. But anyhow, on Wednesday, $10,000 was won with John. On Thursday, $2,000 was won. There's your 100 times 20. And then on Friday, 1,000 was won, the 100 times 10. So you had 4 wins this week, albeit 3 of them were on the small side. But also, I should add, Johnny Olson, he announced the first 2 episodes this week. These are the last 2 episodes he announced in the series. It's It's going to be just Gene Wood from here on out. So next week is the penultimate week. And then we get to the final week, 2 weeks from now. And I'm just anticipating that episode because I'm sure we have stuff to say. I know one person does. But we'll save that for down the road. All right, Chico. Don't continue this episode. Let's wrap everything up.
Don't continue this. I see what you did there. Well, you don't want to miss anything we have coming down the pike over at itwasathingontv.com. So you can go there, and while you're there, you can listen to the 481 episodes that preceded this one. We've got minisodes, live shows, extended versions, delayed reactions, instant reactions. And thanks to you, by the way, we've reached 100,000 screens.
There's 100,001.
And thanks to you, we have hit 100,000 streams. So again, thank you so much. We're also on all social media at It Was a Thing on TV, except for Facebook, where it was at It Was a Thing on TV podcast, and of course at Mastodon at It Was a Thing on TV at tvwatch.party. And don't forget to subscribe to the podcast wherever fine podcasts can be streamed. And if you are on the YouTube, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the don't push button, or I guess you could call it the notification bell, so you can stay up to date with what we have in store as we wrap up Deadpool and Wolverine month. You know, we've heard a lot from Deadpool this month. We have not heard a lot from Wolverine.
I'm guessing it's because he's been busy at the TVA.
Possibly. But what if I told you that he was an actor from Australia with a killer lyric baritone, and he was brought to Las Vegas to open a casino, not in Las Vegas, but near Las Vegas?
But wait a minute, Chico, why would you open a casino in Nevada, but not have it in Las Vegas? That doesn't make any sense. I mean, maybe you'd have it in Reno to build a casino to attract that bowling tournament from Knuckles.
Maybe. Or, follow me here, Lake Tahoe, so you can attract Telly Savalas.
Oh yeah, the Players Club. Suck it, Joe and Quinn.
I'm going to show you how to play blackjack, baby. Dealer's showing an ace. You got 2 aces. What do you do?
You split the aces. Come on. This is child's play.
Pretty obvious. But what if the dealer's showing a 4 and you got a pair of 6s? What do you do?
Depends on whether you want to be aggressive or conservative. If you're aggressive, you split the 6s and play them as 2 hands. If you're conservative, you stay with the 6s and call it 12, because you want to give the dealer all of the face cards. I am a degenerate gambler.
This is Telly Savalas' video. We don't need an essay to answer a simple question. Do you hit? Do you stand? Do you double? Or do you split?
I would stand.
If you're an asshole, you're going to double. But us normal people, we're going to hit on that 12.
If you hit on the 12, I'll meet you outside.
Hitting on a 12 is not the worst thing. I would not split the 6s. If there's a 12 showing, you hit. Basically, the book says you hit up to like 15 or so. Then, you might want to hold. So, no.
You want to open the book right now?
Okay, hold on. Where's my deck of cards? We're going to do this right now.
Try to end the show, and then this happens. I have the basic strategy chart right here. If you have a 12 and the dealer has a 4, you stand.
Okay, just to show I'm real, there's a deck of cards. I'm going to pull out from the bottom. I'm going to pull out a 4 and 2 6s and then deal off the top. Oh, look, there's a 6 right there. There's 4 right there. And, okay, there's another 6. Okay, so I have pulled out a 4, and I've pulled out 2 6s. Okay? So let me give it one little shuffle.
Meanwhile, I have a basic strategy chart right here.
Hey, Mr. Degenerate Gambler.
Damn right.
I'm glad we've gone to like some filler, because dear Lord, did Chico talk a lot during the first segment talking about.
Well, you guys had nothing to contribute. You even said so.
I know we had nothing to contribute because we didn't watch Don't.
Speak for yourself. I contributed.
That's true, Whammy.
Yeah, the way we did.
Okay. So you have a pair of sixes. The dealer has a 4. The book says you split the sixes.
Okay, I'm not going to split the sixes. I'll run it twice. I'll do just hitting, and then I'll do splitting. Okay? So,
Right.
So I'm going to hit on 12. Oh, here, I better give the dealer a down card. Okay. Oh, look at that. I got a 2, so I'm at 14. Well, crap, that really didn't help me out a whole hell of a lot, did it?
No, it did not.
Maybe you're
Thank you
right.
for proving my point, Mike.
Well, you know what? Let's see. What cards are there left in the deck? There's anything from ace to 7 would be helpful, except there's 2 6s out, a 4, and a 2. So that means what? There's 47 cards left in the deck, and 24 are good? Ooh, that's 50-50. Chico, it's a 50-50 chance. What do? Mr. Gambler?
I like my solution better because my solution is backed up by sound mathematics.
Well, that's right. Mine isn't. That degree I have is just like, funny money. I got it from a Cracker Jack box. Okay, so we're going to hit the 14.
Oh.
Okay, hold on. So
Bro.
what did Wait. Okay, hold on. I want to see. No, you know what? We'll see what the dealer
By the
had
way,
up front.
you're not able to see this, but he drew a 10.
Yeah, well. Okay, so now I'm going to do it with the split. I'm going to keep the same down card. So I'm going to split the 6s. The first one has an 8. So there's another 14.
So you stay on the 14 then.
Well, now hold on a second. And then I got a king on the second one. So the 16 we definitely
Then you
stand
stay on that too.
Okay, kiss my ass. I'm going again. Boom. Oh! Look at that. 5. So that's 19. Now we stay. Okay. So what did the dealer have the whole time? They had a 9. So that's 13. So they got a draw. And 20. So you know what? It didn't make a difference however I played it. So I think the moral of the story is pair of 6s can go to hell.
Moral of the story is you're not coming with me to Danville tomorrow. Anyway, I was so busy focusing on blackjack, I completely forgot about the casino that Hugh Jackman is opening. Not in Las Vegas, but near Las Vegas.
Yes, and you know who else is going to be there? Shelley Briggs from Twin Peaks.
I think you're going to have a lot to say about it, aren't you?
Oh, yes.
So wait, they're going to build this casino in Henderson?
No, they're not going to build it in Henderson.
It's not in Enterprise. It's not in Paradise.
Oh, please say it's Pahrump.
It's not in Pahrump.
Oh, well, you got to find another way to get lucky in Pahrump then, I guess. Chico gets the joke. Prostitution is legal there, Greg. They've got bordellos there. The Spearmint Rhino. I know nothing about that, though.
Now, hold on a second. Did we mention that this is based off a British show that originally starred David Tennant?
That's right. It did star David Tennant, which is weird because he doesn't sing. Oh, by the way, singing is involved.
Yes.
Doctor Who is a degenerate gambler.
He's a degenerate gambler and a snappy dresser.
Now, in all fairness, David Tennant in Big Finish once played a character in a Doctor Who audio drama named Daft Jamie, so that explains a lot.
Oh, wait, where else in Vegas could you put a casino?
We will answer that question next time, right here, as we wrap up Deadpool and Wolverine month on It Was a Thing on TV. For Greg, for Mike, I'm Chico. Thank you ever so much for listening. Please be kind to one another, and we will see you for the next one. Row!
All right, gang, let's really nail it this time. Here we go. A 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3, 4. Bum.
She's got a smile that it seems to me reminds me of childhood memories, where everything was as fresh as the bright blue sky.
All right, Tommy, you're the oldest. I'm counting on you. Come on.
She's got eyes of the bluest skies, as if they thought of rain. I hate to look into those eyes and see it now.
Nice vibrato, buddy. All right, Alice, let's go.
Reminds me of a warm, safe
Flat.
place.
It's so flat. I didn't even know. You don't even look good while you're singing. The worst thing I've ever heard. This is $1,200 a week for voice lessons, and this is what I get? Okay, I'm going to save it with the solo.
Bow, bow, I'm dead, and I can sing high like this, and I can sing high.
Jesus!
Oh, whoa, whoa, sweet love of mine.
It's a no for me, dog.
I was actually hoping the Step Brothers clip wouldn't have Adam Scott, but I would have loved to have seen John C. Reilly taking his nutsack and rubbing it all over Will Ferrell's drum set. That kills me every single time. Hey, Greg,
Yeah.
don't end the show yet.
Oh, we're not?
Well, I just wanted to say another thing. I said don't. So I guess we have to say don't continue it then.
Who loves you, baby? The dealer has a 7 showing. You have a 10-3. What do you do? The dealer has a 5 showing. You have a 10-3. What do you do? The dealer has a 3 showing. You have an ace-3. What do you do? The dealer has a 6 showing. You have an ace-3. What do you do? The dealer has an ace showing. You have a pair of aces. What do you do? The dealer has an ace showing. You have a pair of eights. What do you do? The dealer has an ace showing. You have a 9 deuce. What do you do? The dealer has an ace showing. You have an ace-9. What do you do? The dealer has a 5 showing. You have a 10 and a 4. What do you do?